Episode 145, ChatGPT introduces AI agents.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Imagine telling ChatGPT, book my next podcast guest, draft the show notes, update my calendar, and email me when it's done. And it just does it. We are now in the Agentic AI era where prompts become proactive task managers. Agents are autonomous, which means that they can work independently. And in this episode, I bring you through why agents are the next big leap in AI. Hello and welcome back to AI 6. I'm Joanne Sweeney, and in this podcast, I teach you AI in just 6 minutes a day. I break down how artificial intelligence is changing marketing, media, business, and our day-to-day working lives. Today, I'm talking about ChatGPT agents, not just chatbots, they're agents. They were released last week, but unfortunately not to users here in Europe. ChatGPT agents are not here to answer our questions. They're here to get our work done. It's definitely a step above an assistant. Of course, we know that ChatGPT started as a text assistant. Then came plugins, then custom GPTs. And they let you create your own version of ChatGPT with its specific instructions, files and tools, and tasks. So that was step one. But now OpenAI is rolling out a more advanced model, autonomous agents. So think of these agents as mini AI assistants that can work in the background. They don't wait for us to prompt them. They remember goals, take actions, use tools, and operate more like interns or new assistants to our team who learn on the job. It's a new way of working. Of course, they're still experimental and they're available to a small number of developers in OpenAI's alpha. But the intention is clear. We're moving from prompt and reply to goal and complete. So how do these agents work in practice? Well, agents are built on top of the same GPT-4 architecture, but with 3 distinct new capabilities. Planning. They can break down tasks into smaller subtasks and decide how to approach them. Memory. They remember what they've done, what you've told them, and what they've learned. And finally, autonomy. They can decide which actions to take, even across time or different interfaces. For example, OpenAI's own demos show chats that can browse the web, take actions in files, and come back hours later to report. This is far beyond the capability of custom GPTs that rewrites blog posts, for example. Agents can be told, monitor my email for customer queries, draft replies, and only alert me if it's urgent. Of course, we have to include guardrails. Human in the loop is always important. Agents can also interact with APIs, trigger workflows via tools like Zapier, NAN, or Make.com, and use software like a human would, just faster, and dare I say it, without forgetting a step. So how can you use them? Well, think about the process involved in completing multiple tasks which are linked. Write down some possible use cases. Then try and map where the data and the information and the platforms and the systems and the logins for all of those individual areas are and how they could be mapped together. For marketing and comms teams, obviously we could use agents for entire campaigns. We could have agents that pull our data on a monthly basis and compile those reports, draft an insights report, and send it to us. And even if we're confident enough, send it to our line managers or our clients. An agent could listen to the podcast, write the SEO copy, write the show notes, push it to my website automatically, create social post content, and even write and publish the posts. So they are intelligent, of course, They are autonomous, work independently. They can integrate into multiple platforms and systems, and they are goal and task orientated. So I'm really excited about this new agent era. And of course, I'm willing to step into it. But when it arrives in Ireland. But let's just, before I finish, look at ChatGPT use in Ireland. We are using ChatGPT. It is our favorite AI chatbot. It has 84% market share here, far ahead of competitors like Microsoft, just shy of 10%, and Perplexity at 6%. So, if you haven't already, get into ChatGPT custom assistance, and then when you get the agent capabilities, we'll step into those. If you've enjoyed this episode of the AI6 podcast, please share it with a pro you know. I'm Joanne Sweeney. I'll be back with you tomorrow.